Hey guys, welcome back to Theme Park Unlimited. I'm finally back after a couple years. I took a little break, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see all you guys again. I'm not in a theme park today, but I want to give you guys a look around kind of a hidden city, Cincinnati, Ohio. No one really, I don't know anyone who lives here. I don't really know anyone who comes here, but from walking around, I'm here for about 24 hours. I found that there's definitely a lot of cool stuff to see. And more specifically, the Cincinnati Music Hall, which I'm here for a show, and the park right outside called Washington Park. I really like parks. I'm actually focusing on that throughout school, but I wanted to give you guys a look around, not do a whole lot of talking because honestly, I can't tell you much about the city, but I'd love for you to join me, see all these beautiful trees and all this awesome architecture. So the neighborhood I'm staying in is called Over-The-Rhine district. It got its name from a little canal that was nicknamed the Rhine back at like the turn of the century when a lot of German immigrants came. So it really looks like Brooklyn a lot. Like you would really think you're in Brooklyn here. It's just a lot quieter. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much in this video. I don't love talking in public spaces, but I do want to give you guys a walk around just so you can see all these awesome buildings and wonderful autumn trees. I really like this sign warning bikers because it's just so to the point. I think this is what they're talking about. So here's one of the entrances to Washington Park. I don't know if it's like this every day. There's like a little event going on, but I'll take you guys through. I'm not used to all these orange trees, but it's so cool. I'm here like during Halloween time, and I didn't even register that I would A, need a jacket, and B, see all this.
Buildings have their own about these things. You never made a stone.
Hi. So those animals were part of like the Fall Fest. I think it's a Fall Fest, but I also know there's an FC Cincinnati soccer game going on, so this could be a pregame for it. But that's so cool. It's a mobile petting zoo. You can just go up and there's a sheep, and he nibbled my jacket. So that was like the best part of Cincinnati so far. So here it is, right next to this big central green. I'm not sure if the park is the crown jewel of the music hall or the music hall is the crown jewel of the park, but I will be here later tonight and I'll be sure to film my seat and just a little bit about the show. But it's really a massive and incredible building. And then over here, this is like the Over-The-Rhine core, I believe. Once again, you know, I'm not 100% on anything I'm saying, but I know there's Finley Market down there, which is a historic, you know, let me turn around here, hold on. A historic farmer's market. I think it's one of the oldest either in Ohio or the country, but it's really cool, like a fish market and stuff. And it's just like, Cincinnati's not a place I feel like most people think like, oh, I want to go there because there's a lot of cool stuff, there's a lot of cool history. But when it comes down to it, there is a ton of history here. You just kind of have to get out on foot. I've been here, I flew in very early this morning. I didn't rent a car or anything, and I've walked 7 miles so far. So you just got to start walking. Here's a little bit more up close. It's just such a massive building. And there's the Cincinnati Connect streetcar, which is free to use. Connector streetcar. And it runs right here. Here's where I'll be later tonight at 7 o'clock. For so long trying to get this copyrighted music away from me. But I am headed out to get dinner now, jumping ahead in time a little bit because I want to show you the Cincinnati Music Hall before I do everything else. So I kind of want that to start the video, but it is later in the day now. It's raining, and I have to say, a little bit of drizzle and cold weather looks really good on Cincinnati. So I'm gonna grab food and then we can go check in for our show. I'm seeing Lore Live by Aaron Mankey. He's a podcaster. He does like history and folklore stuff. Obviously, I like him enough to fly to Cincinnati for the day, but can't wait to go check it out. Hey guys, I'm in, and like everywhere else, there's a lot of people in here, so I can't do a lot of talking, but I'm on the second floor balcony right in the center, and I just want to show you guys around, and I'll be a little quiet about it. So here's one of the parts of my trip I am most excited for. This little cluster of buildings right here is a boutique hotel and jazz lounge called the Symphony Hotel. I've personally only stayed in a couple boutique hotels, but this one just looks like it's gonna be insane. I haven't checked in yet. I've dropped my bags off on the inside, Looks completely untouched. There's only 9 rooms, and each room is kind of like themed after a composer. So when I check in, I'll be sure to give you guys a room tour. Just really excited, and the proximity to the music hall, which is this building right here, was unmatched, as well as the fact that this was honestly one of the cheapest places I could stay. So let's see if the price reflects that. I don't think it will. It looks incredible. Here's a little bit more of the Over-the-Rhine neighborhood. Honestly, if you just put me here, teleported me here, I would definitely say I was on the East Coast, but I'm not. I'm in the Midwest. So it just started to rain a little panicky because I haven't checked into my hotel yet, but here's just like another example of Over-the-Rhine, and that's Washington Park right down there. So just the density, the proximity to green spaces, I think this is definitely a neighborhood you gotta check out. I'm not sure if this is a constant here, as I'm jaywalking, I'm talking, but there's not a lot of people out. For all of these apartments and townhomes and stuff, you would think that the streets would be pretty packed. It is a Sunday, it's kind of gloomy, it's also raining, but I haven't seen a ton of people. So I don't know if you're from Cincinnati, if that's like the norm, let me know. If not, I think definitely a lot of reinvestment could make this place, you know, something like Brooklyn, which is honestly what it looks like. Okay, I'm definitely in a hurry now because the rain has picked up. But on my way to Findlay Market, which is right down there. That's like the oldest farmer's market I was telling you about, but I just absolutely love these townhomes. All the way down, in every street. So there are electric bikes to rent, which are kind of like the city bikes in New York City or the Lime bikes all over the country. I don't know if I would say the biking infrastructure is good enough here for me to safely rent them in 24 hours, but coming in with the plan, it's definitely something you could utilize. Honestly, it would have helped me a lot to get around because this is just a massive place. I don't have a car because I'm not here long enough to justify having a car. But beyond that, there she is, Findlay Market. It was ringing its bell this morning. I got here very early. So let's walk through again, see all the little shops. It just feels so like genuine in there. It's not like a food hall. It's like a real like place that people are actually coming to. I am just gonna film silently through because it's a bustling public space, but just look around and enjoy it.
That's what I asked you for.
What I think is really cool is all of these outdoor stands. So I'm not actually sure what this is. I haven't been here yet. I only filmed through about half of Findlay Market. It was just very crowded, and honestly, it was just kind of a repeat. But here's a nice public square back here. So I just took almost a full loop on the streetcar. At this point, I'm honestly trying to kill time because I want to check in. But there's one more stop I want to go to before I check in. I'm back at the music hall. And this is the closest stop I can get via public transit or rail transit. I don't really want to take a bus there. It's too far to walk, but they have Lime scooters here. So I'm about to scooter to my next and probably last major destination before I settle in and get ready for the show. Here's my ride. And there's my hotel, and there's the music hall. And here she is, right after this bus. Cincinnati Union Terminal, which still serves an Amtrak line, but you can see it over there. It's a museum, Amtrak station. I heard it's just incredible. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna make it, but me and my old line scooter, we made it, barely. While it was a little bit more expensive than public transit, it came out to about $5 for that ride. It was well worth it because just from the outside, even if I'm not paying for entrance to the museum, I was just gonna see if I go in the lobby, but honestly, just standing out here makes it all worth it. This is incredible. And just the scale of everything here has definitely blown me away for a city that I thought, you know, honestly didn't think much of ever until very recently. So let's go inside, let's check it out. Honestly, if this was just a facade, let's say there was nothing in here, this like entryway / park alone is unbelievable. I know I sound crazy, it's a train station, but It's like if you took 30 Rock in New York City and then just a bunch of really cool landscaping and you get this massive building. Also, since Cincinnati's really hilly, you get to see a lot of the city from up here because we're kind of on a hill. Cincinnati Music Hall is that little peak right there, and then there's their downtown, which I have to say I found out on foot is massive. Here she is up close with the huge clock. Let me see if that clock is right. It is right. And these engravings, just like 30 Rock. Ah, can't wait. So here's what they have in the station, besides like the one line I think they still service for Amtrak is the History Museum, Natural History Museum, Children's Museum, and an Omnimax theater. Guys, it is even better on the inside. I cannot express just the scale of this building and all of the art. So you got one side of the museum over here. There's actually a bunch of museums in here. And you can just keep turning and turning and turning, and then see all of those mosaics, and then you look up and it just keeps going and going and going. And it's cool that they took what is honestly a train industry that pretty much went out of business, kept a train line here, and added a bunch of stuff that gave back to the city, like history museums. There's a Holocaust museum. I think that is honestly the best way to repurpose a building that would have, you know, honestly otherwise gotten torn down. I didn't even see that American flag. That is huge. I wish I could give you guys a little bit more just on the scale of things, but you kind of just have to be here. And hearing all of the kids in here yelling, because you can it's like echoey. It's so cool. I'm so glad I made it. So that was my quick walk around. Didn't go any of the museums. I really don't have time, and this is something to do when I come back. Maybe even ride a train next time. But for being somewhere I almost didn't go to, that would have been a huge mistake. I mean, the last building that I've been in that even came, well, honestly, it was a little better than this, but like this was like Grand Central, something just so massive and so grandiose, so like look at me. Honestly, just walking around the mezzanine was probably the coolest thing I've done here so far. And what works out even more perfectly is my scooter's still there, and I can go back and check in very shortly. So look, win-win. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm checked in. I'm literally kind of speechless, so I'm gonna turn the camera around and give you a little room tour. So here's the hallway, and then right through the crystal door handle to my room. I have never seen anything like this before. Let me try and 0.5 just to fit it all in. So it looks like a little coal burning fireplace, which I'm assuming you're not allowed to burn coal anymore. Dark green walls. It's not the biggest room, but I have no right to complain about anything. And then this is all themed. My room is the Brahms room. Composer, if I said that wrong, correct me. But just, I've never seen a room with this much detail in it. I mean, this is unbelievable. Let me go in the mirror so I can say hi. But oh, the bathroom. Let me walk you to the bathroom as well. It's something else. So here it is, just redone. So the bathroom honestly is a little bit more modern, but oh my goodness, I have never seen anything like this before. And there I am again. So guys, I'm actually in downtown now, part of the city that I really wasn't planning on visiting, but thankfully they have a streetcar that once you get to know how to use it, it really can get you around pretty easily. So the reason I'm in downtown is not because of all those big cool buildings behind me. It's a kind of a little bit of New York history, which sounds odd because I'm in Cincinnati, but let's go check it out. Well guys, here it is. Just a little walk from the bank station, but it was built by the same developer, the same person or developer as the Brooklyn Bridge, and I think when it opened it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. So it connects downtown Cincinnati to Covington, Kentucky. So let's walk across. First time going over the Ohio River. I have to say, I don't know much about the Ohio River, but it's a very clean river. Like, I can see to the bottom, and I know how clear the river is doesn't necessarily mean it's clean, but compared to the Mississippi, which is like so dark, it really is a nice shift. And then I don't think I'm gonna walk all the way over, but here she is, the pre-Brooklyn Bridge. And then the Bengals play over there, and the Cincinnati Reds play right over there. Okay, I lied. I actually did go much further, but I'm glad I did, because you get this view over there of Covington and the huge Ohio River. and then Cincinnati. Well guys, I did it. It's the next morning. I'm back in my hotel room now. I'm not gonna film any at the airport because honestly, I could make a whole video about airports. I love airports. But I'm really glad you got to come along on this trip. Wasn't really planning on filming anything, but I thought this is a pretty place, and I don't think it gets enough credit for being this cool. I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you saw some things you've never seen before or heard of some things you've never seen before. Maybe you're already planning a trip to Cincinnati. But that being said, thanks for sticking around all these years that I've been so quiet, and hopefully this can be a regular thing again. Maybe not all theme parks, maybe a little bit of travel, some tourist traps, you know, just weird, fun, cool things, because I like weird, fun, cool things. So once again, thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody.